Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Guitar Stuff Studio. Just checking you can all hear me and everything after last week. Um, Big shout out to everyone in the chat. We've got Rod, Zasha Black, Judy, Fandango, um, the Lamb. How's it going, Lamb? And Jojo Fry's in the chat. Can everybody hear me all right? I just want to make sure because obviously after last week. Who knows? Um, yeah, well, okay. So it's just everybody was chatting amongst themselves. I'm like, after last week, I was worried I wasn't broadcasting. Um, well, as you can all see from the start of the stream, we've had some really sad news today. Brian Wilson passed away, aged 82. Um, I can't remember the last time I actually got upset at a celebrity passing away. But I think for for me, Brian Wilson was just like one of the absolute greats for me. Rod Rod Mack, yeah, the guy was an absolute genius. And I can honestly say I don't think that I would have my interest in music that I have today had it not been for Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys because I mean, first time I can remember listening to the Beach Boys, I think I was like about 5 or 6, and my mum was playing the Beach Boys in her car on an 8 track. That's how vividly I remember it, and I was like, "This is brilliant." And then when I was a bit older, I got listening to Pet Sounds, which I think we can all agree is an absolute masterpiece of an album. And I think that was the first time I'd actually sat and listened to music, and I was like, "Wow, the bass is doing this, and the drums are doing this, and the voices are all doing these harmonies and everything," and it absolutely blew my mind. It really did, and from then on, I was just absolutely hooked. Um, so yeah, it's I don't know. Seriously, I can't remember the last time I was upset about somebody passing. Who I didn't actually know. Got S Ferguson in the chat. How's it going? Sorry, we're off to a bit of a morose start, but I feel like we, we owe some kind of tribute to Brian Wilson for all the music that he gave us. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how many documentaries and books I've watched and read about Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys because uh, you know I mean, for those, I mean, the guy was a true genius. I mean, it's just one of these rare gifts that comes along every so often. And Brian was actually inspired from, yeah, it was one of his main inspirations for him writing music and everything was a band called the Four Freshmen. That's where he got all the ideas for the harmonies and everything from. And he used to make his brothers practice with him. That's how they all kind of got into it. Jojo Fry, a rendition of God Only Knows. We don't. I don't. I think that would be very disrespectful for me to do anything like that. Raymond L in the chat with showing some love for Bry. Thanks, man. Um, yeah, and I mean, the effect that the Beach Boys had on music on other bands. I mean, another one of my favourite bands, as you well know, is the Beatles. And I think The Beach Boys were one of those bands that, you know, inspired the Beatles to try and do better, and then they'd release an album, and then the Beach Boys would try and be better, and you know, it's I don't know. I think it's really, really, really hard to, you know, it's really hard to, you know, put put some kind of, I don't know. I'm not doing very well. um. So yeah, you know, Brian. I mean, 82's a good, you know, as we say in the UK, it's a good innings. You know, and I think we should just be grateful for everything he left for us. So yeah, I'm gonna move on now and stop being so morose and try and cheer up. Because if I keep talking like this, I swear to you, I'm gonna burst into tears on stream, and that'll just end up clipped forever. Let's have a look at the comments here. Fandango, not sure what went wrong, but I can hear and see you now. Was just stuck on the splash screen. I think Andy did that deliberately due to AI comments. Yeah, probably. We all know how I feel about AI. Yeah, so last week I was talking about politics in music. And I thought I was kind of like, I made my point, and so I released the video I made about it today. And to be honest, it's one of those videos that I call a throwaway video. It was just me saying what was on my mind, and it's one of those ones that if nobody watches it, then I'm not too bothered, because sometimes I just make a video for me. You know, I think about something, and it's quite cathartic to you know, get it out there and, you know, say what I'm thinking of. Jojo, the politics video, not many people are watching it, but it's not one of those videos that I think is going to hit the algorithm at all. It's one of those things. I mean, it's upset a few people, but I kind of expected that. But it is upset the kind of people that I thought it would upset. Let's put it that way. I think somebody put a comment in there about how they how all these how all these bands, these activists bands that are fighting fascism. I think he said. Oh, like, do you know what? And this is why I never engage with people like this online, because you cannot win an argument with people. As soon as people start chucking the R word and the F word about it, it's a lost cause. It really is. It was like, how exactly how exactly are Rage Against the Machine fighting fascism? Just curious. You know, I'd love to know. You tell them, Tom, with your homeless guitar or whatever it is. But yeah, I don't know. I think I mean, there's always been politics and stuff in music. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, you go back to the 60s, you had the protest bands, you know, the anti-war stuff and all the rest of it. And I think, I don't know, make songs about whatever you like. I think it's when you're standing up on stage in front of 50,000 people and telling them what to think that I just don't get it. Trousers. We're not going down the trousers thing. Fandango. I saw on Henning's channel that TC Electronics are likely no more. Yeah, I've heard something like that. I think TC, from what I remember, this is actually a surprise. I think I heard that TC were actually being wound up anyway. I don't know. I think it's a real shame, because I really rate TC Electronics pedals. I love them. I really do. I'm a huge fan of TC Electronics, as anybody knows. More so than... I'm not really a Behringer guy, but I do like TC Electronics. But I don't know. I think over the years they've kind of been tarred with a bit of a... I don't want to sound like an asshole. I'm going to anyway. I think they've been tarred with a bit of a brush where they're a cheap brand and people look down their noses at cheap brands, and they just don't sell as well. I think that they're not of a price point with the same as Behringer, where you buy the pedal. If you don't like it, you can just throw it in the bin or give it to the dog or whatever. TC are a little bit more expensive than that, but I mean, I'm glad I've got the TC pedals I've got, and I will, if they did go out of production, I will keep my eye on eBay so I can complete the collection. So yeah, it's sad, but I mean, like I said, the pedals are out there. If you want them, go and get them. You can pick them up on eBay for next to nothing. Jojo Fry, sometimes it's good to follow your own ideas and not pander to the algorithm. Rob Chapman just made a video about the 4 types of videos he won't watch, and it's more or less all of YouTube. Yeah, the difference between my channel and Rob's channel is Rob has about 1 million subscribers and I don't. So I mean, Rob's got a built-in audience, which is a marvelous position to be in as a YouTuber. To have a built-in audience. But with channels my size and with Joe's size, you really have to. You really do have to pander to the algorithm if you want a video to be seen. And I mean, I don't make videos for the money, which is probably a really good job, because I'd be starving now. But it is nice when you've put, some time and effort into making a video. It is awesome when people watch your video and interact with your video and everything. It gives you a warm fuzzy feeling in your downstairs department. So I mean, sometimes it's really heartbreaking. Jojo will tell you, even if you do, even if you put your heart and soul into a video and you put loads of work into it and everything, and then nobody watches it, it is actually heartbreaking. And you think, what am I doing wrong? I mean, sometimes, I mean, it's really weird. Some of the lowest effort videos I've just made, I've been making fun of people. I was making fun of that guitar teacher for a little while, John Crennan or something, Crennan. I can't remember. He was an asshole with his mad, crazy marketing emails, and I just made videos making fun of him, and they did really well. So, maybe I should bully people more. Maybe I should just turn into a school bully channel. What do I think of Joyo? To be honest, Judy, I have heard very, 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 very good things about Joyo, and I've seen some. I've seen some really good reviews and heard a lot of positive stuff about Joyo. The only Joyo pedal I had, I can't even remember the name of it. It was black with red on it. It was like some kind of Joyo heavy metal pedal. And I didn't like the pedal, not because of anything to do with the pedal. It just wasn't the sound I was after for. So I just, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I really should try out some more Joyo pedals. I'm on a bit of a boss tip at the minute. I've bought, in the last week, I think I've bought 4 boss pedals. So yeah, I'm on a boss tip at the minute. These are the main guys that I'm using. The Metal Zone and the Equalizer. Got my hands cover these pedals. Yeah, the Metal Zone and the Equalizer are the go-tos at the minute. I'm having a lot of fun with them. I think it all depends what you're after. What did you get, Judy? The Joyo Atmosphere pedal. Yeah, I think for modulation pedals and stuff, you can't go wrong with them. So you'll have to let me know. You'll have to let me know how that goes. Jojo says she's done videos that she's put sweat and blood and they've had less than 100 views. I know the feeling. Sometimes I've actually made a video about this, which is quite funny because it's in production at the minute because I've just got so much going on. But yeah, the life of a YouTuber is so hard. I mean, it's not hard because you don't have to do it unless it's your living. Um, but yeah, it's sometimes I don't know. Sometimes you crave the views, and Joe will tell you. I mean, she had a video there. She went on to Thingy's channel, dude who fixes guitars, and she did a video with him and got over 30,000 views, which is brilliant. I mean, that's mind blowing for a channel the size of Joe's. Um, but the problem is when you get a video and you have 30,000 views on it, you're constantly chasing that monkey. It's like a monkey on your back, and you are chasing that monkey forever, trying to get those kind of views again. Honestly, it's so addictive. Um, I mean, I've had some crazy views recently, especially with um, the Giacomo Tora business. That was crazy. That was good. That bought me a couple of guitars. That saga. So thanks, Giacomo, you big fat loser. Hey, um, couple of gyro pedals, the vary, but yeah, like I say, it all depends what you want. All depends what you want out of your pedals. Um, I like Boss pedals. For me, they're just Boss and Electro Harmonics. Um, I love my Electro Harmonics for the fuzz and the modulation pedals, but I also love Boss. Oh, Digitech make good pedals as well. I think they've started making Digitech pedals again. So, if I heard that right, but yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Digitech. Um, Rod Marx just realised after 30 years that his heavy metal 2 uses 12-volt input. Does it? Is that all HM2s? I haven't got the heavy metal 2. That's one of the Boss dirt pedals that I don't have. Jojo Fry, never get those numbers again, but you've had up to 10k one. So yeah, that is true, Joe. You never know what is going to be popular. And I mean, I don't necessarily make videos because I think, oh, this video will do well. Um, I like talking about stuff that. I said this in one of my videos, actually. So you're all getting sneaky previews. Talking about sneaky previews. Somebody remind me about sneaky previews in 5 minutes. Um, but what was I saying? It's gone because I was thinking about sneaky previews. Um, yeah, the way I see it when I'm making a video is I'm terminally online. I admit to that. This is my life. I'm sitting here. This is my life and Frank. And I see stuff and I read stuff and I see videos and I see news articles and I think, oh, that's interesting. And my brain kind of goes, well, if I think that's interesting, other people will think that's interesting too. Um, so I make a video about it, and some of you find it interesting, and some of you don't. And then, like today, I just go off on a rant about politics. Um, I think that was mostly brought on by those. What was those little rap fellows called? I don't know rapists much. Kneecap, and Green Day pulling some stunt at Coachella and stuff. I just don't think there's any need for it. It doesn't help anything. It's just, people that do that, to me, they just like the smell of their own farts, and it's stupid. Like, if you've got beef, go over and do something about it. Just standing on a stage in Coachella waving a flag, it isn't doing shit. Fuck you guys. We're still going on about the 12-volt Boss pedals. I mean, fortunately, I had a route round the other day, and I found, oh god, I must have found, the power supplies, the 9-volt power supply plugs. I must have found 30 of them. I've got so many of them. Yeah. Jojo, this is the sneaky preview reminder. Okay. Right. Do you remember the other week when I was talking about making music? Actually, I get this thing there ready. I can show you. I was talking about making music, wasn't I? And shit. And I decided that I was going to fuse synth pop, 80s synth pop with, what did I say? 80s synth pop with metalcore. That was my plan, wasn't it? So yeah, that's what I did. Now, the reason I did that, I've never worked with an iPad before. Okay, I've never produced music on an iPad, and the reason I started wanting to produce music on an iPad is I'm making a video about this guy shortly. This is a audio interface from a company called Sonido. Okay, this is the audio interface. This goes into your iPad, and you plug your instruments into it, and you record with it. And basically, Sonido sent me this out to have a play with it and make a video about it, and I'm absolutely in love with it. For an interface, this thing is absolutely amazing. There's no noticeable latency with it. So anyway, I've recorded for years and years and years on Ableton and Reaper, and yeah, they're the main two, Ableton and Reaper, and MPC Beats. I use that a lot. And yeah, I decided I was getting a bit bored of the process. I didn't feel like I was coming up with anything new. So obviously, I don't know about you guys, but if you get a new pedal, new guitar, new amp, you get something new. I think it changes the way you look at things and you do stuff differently. Jojo Fry, it is easy enough that even you could use it. It's brilliant. It's got like this little dial on the front here. That listen. That turns the music up and down, and you've got volume buttons and stuff. Honestly, it is a fantastic little bit of kit. I was blown away when I got it. I wasn't expecting a lot, to be honest. So I thought, yeah, I could. So yeah, I decided I was going to mash up 80s synth music with metalcore, and I did it. I did it. And if you want to listen to it, let's see a show of hands in the chat how many people want to hear my mashup of metalcore and 80s synth music. I'm gonna give a bit of a thing away here, and I'm gonna let you know that it just sounds like industrial. It just sounds like 9 Inch Nails for some reason. Hey buddy, you come to say hello? I think Frank wants to come up and say hello. Come on, buddy, up you get. Come on, Fats. Oh. Are you saying hello? My kisses. Thank you. Good boy. Yeah. I'll lie down for a bit. Wait. Right, sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat here. In the days before, yes, we do want to hear it. Andy Johnny Budget Guitar Show just done a review today. Oh, is this about the Sonido thing? What did he say to it? 80s synthcore. Yes, 80s synthcore. Chris Fandango prefers clowncore. I like it. Right, the Blood Dude's in the chat. How's it going, man? Right, if you want to listen to me, I assume you'll follow me on Twitter, probably. if you follow me on Twitter, or you know where my link tree is, if you click on my link tree and go to my SoundCloud, you can hear the song there. So yeah, that's exciting. I would play it on the stream, but I haven't quite figured out how to bring audio over here yet and do stuff like that. But oh, I'm a 640 was positive about it. Yeah, I mean this thing. Look at it. It's tiny. It's about the size of my forehead, and it's a really good little portable audio interface that goes into your iPad or your tablet or whatever. And yeah, I'm working on a video about it. So you know, if you are interested in recording from home, and you're not fortunate enough to have a laptop or a PC, then you know, and you just want to work from a I don't know if I can play the synth pop metalcore from here. I'd have to download it. Yeah, S Ferguson USB. I've got this. It's a USB-C, but they sent me a Lightning adapter as well, so I can plug into my old ass iPad. So yeah, it's USB-C or Lightning into the iPad or tablet. If you have a browser, you can drag drop the tune into a browser. It should play. It's not as easy as that actually, Bish, because it's got to be dropped into the streaming software in a format that it can recognize and play. But yeah, if you go to my Twitter and click on my link tree, in fact, here we go. Just a minute. God damn it, where's my link tree? There we go. I will drop a link to my link tree in there. And you can listen to the synth core, metal core. You can also buy me stuff as well if you want to. If you want to buy me presents from Amazon and stuff, you can do that. OBS, it's not OBS, it's called Prism Live. I'm still figuring it out. I mean, you're lucky that I'm streaming, to be honest. Oh yeah, I could just put my SoundCloud link, couldn't I? Just a minute. Let me see if I can find that. I've never used SoundCloud before today. Oh, here we go. Where's Sure? Where's your Sure? Come on, man. There you go. Share a thing to the a link thing. Why do that when you can do that? Oh, I did. I just bought a bass. I have gone over to the dark side. Basically, I needed a bass for a project I'm working on. I tried so hard to do it with a guitar and, you know, tune the guitar down and, you know, equalize it and everything, and yeah, it just didn't cut it, so I went and bought a bass. We got Simon Wenlock in the chat. How's it going, man? Just Just bear with me a sec. I will see if I can find a bass. Yeah, I'm back. This is my bass guitar. I think it's pretty cool. I'm not a bassist yet. I will work on it, I promise. Yeah, Blood Dude. There's no vocals yet. I'm working on that. I've found a vocalist though, and she's epic. She's gonna go. Whoa. Yeah, it's gonna be brilliant. I do need a baritone guitar. I actually nearly bought. A bass 6. You know, an Epiphone, a Squire bass 6. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of just, I was a bit torn between the two, and I decided I'd just get a regular bass now for you know, for recording purposes. So yeah, that's why I got a bass. I've spent so much money recently. It's shocking. I got Will in the chat. How's it going, Will? Good to see you, man. Oh no, you were here earlier. Sorry, I'm just not catching up. Seriously, since I found out about the Brian Wilson thing, I was it's really knocked me for 6. I'm really upset by it. Judy, Uncool Uprising is very cool. I listened to it all after the stream, like what I heard in the first minute. Yeah, it is. Like I said, it's a bit of a passion project, and I'm still learning how to record music on the on the iPad. It feels really weird doing everything on such a small surface, because anybody who knows me knows that I have two 32-inch monitors in front of me here is what I usually work from. So yeah, working on an iPad is it's very new, but it's quite exciting because it's making me think about doing things differently. S. Ferguson was a bassist for 20 years. So, to be honest, man, one of the first bands I was in, I was a bassist. Probably the first 2 bands, actually. And that was only because nobody wanted to be the bassist. Kind of like a Paul McCartney. I can't believe I just compared myself to Paul McCartney. Actually, that is... oh, no, I'm not even going to tempt fate. No, I'm not even going to say that. Just forget I said anything. Cool basis. Can you get an HDMI for an iPad? I don't know. Seriously, I know next to nothing about iPads. This is the first ever iPad I've had. I bought it second hand because I didn't know if I'd like having an iPad. I mean, I've got Samsung tablets. I don't think you can get HDMI for them. So yeah, Jojo Fry, yeah, yeah, she uploaded the wrong video for her Premiere. Actually, just talking about that, basically the way a Premiere works is that I go to upload. So it's like you all know that I stream on a Wednesday and you'll come and hang out and shit, and that's cool. But what you do with a Premiere is you advertise your video. So if I put one of my videos up, I say right, I'm going to put this video up at 10 p.m. my time on a Friday, and then it goes live and you'll come and watch it together, and I'm in the chat and stuff. And I don't know how that would work, because my videos are so recklessly short. By the time I'd said hello to like 10 people, the video would be over. We've got Lucky Licks from Finland. Hello, greetings to Finland. Do you know what? Finland's one of those countries that I always wanted to go to. I think mostly because I was a huge Hanoi Rocks fan back in the day. Um, so yeah, Finland's always been on my list of places to go. It's mostly just because of Hanoi Rocks. But it does look cool. Steve Cassidy's in the chat. Steve Cassidy, how's it going, man? Are you enjoying my Prism live stream? This is Steve Cassidy's doing this because I watched his stream a few weeks ago and he was giving the guitar. Hey Steve, did that dude ever claim the guitar that he won? The guitar, the dude that won the guitar. But I was watching Steve Cassidy's stream. If you ever want to watch a proper stream, go and watch Steve. He's really good at this shit. And I was like, his stream looks so much better than mine. And I'm paying £30 a month for the privilege of making my stream. And turns out this one's free. So, yay. Thanks, Steve Cassidy. Saved me £30 a month, brother. I really appreciate it. So, yeah. Would you guys be interested in me doing a prison? Would you be interested in me doing a live premiere thing where we could all watch a video together sometime? I don't know. I don't know if that would work. I can get a Lightning to HDMI adapter. I don't know. Why would I need one? Oh, to go from my iPad to what? I'm confused now. What, Rod? What am I doing with the HDMI adapter? Rod, why are you banned on Twitter for 7 days as well? I meant to ask you that. Oh, Prism. Prism hit him with a notification last week saying they're going to start paywalling stuff. Seriously. Oh, right. So HDMI to my monitors. Oh, God. Well, that would mean unplugging the things that are going in there at the minute. Seriously. Yeah, that would. I'm quite happy doing it on the iPad. I'm gonna get used to working on a small thing again. I've got my glasses, so you know it's all good. The guy claimed the guitar it got collected yesterday. I thought I was gonna win that. I was so convinced. Yeah, I'm actually gonna win the lottery this Friday as well. I just want it known. And the jackpot is £208 million. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that because 208 million is going to buy a lot of guitars. I shit you not. Will's lucky he's a huge Giacomo Tora fan. Oh, he's just disappeared. He's gone, and Giacomo's ass is in the wind. I don't think we'll be seeing Giacomo again. I like laughing at Giacomo too. I honestly think that at the start of all of this, had Giacomo come out and said, "Look, I've been an arsehole. I'm really sorry. I'll give the revenue to all the dudes and everything that I ripped off, and share the money." I think he could have saved his career, but he's just like fucking calzone eating motherfucker. Just carried on like nothing could touch him, and there you go. There you have it. Career ruined. So yeah, it's I don't know. Dude couldn't play anyway. Should all dress up as Marcel Marceau. Why? Rod, I still want to know why you got a 7-day ban on Twitter. I mean, it's really hard to get banned on Twitter these days. Did you post boobies? Steve Cassidy guitar, 200 million. Wow, just think how many £30 eBay pedals you could buy. Like dozens. Seriously, man, I've had to ease up on the £30 eBay pedals because I've literally got. Do you know? I don't even know how many I have got. There's plastic crates that you store stuff under the bed. I've got 3 of those full of pedals now. Or I could buy one Dumble and a Klon Centaur again. Jojo, I think the chat is being very psychic tonight because I've got another video coming out about guitarists. This is going to be quite a contentious one, actually. I think this video is actually going to piss quite a few people off. Yeah, as Ferguson, I saw Charles Berthoud's video. That was amazing. I still don't believe Charles is human. I think Charles is an AI sent from the future to make us all try to be better at playing guitar. Him and Bernth. Mind blowing, guys. But yeah, I did a video. What was it I was looking at? I can't remember the name. I was just flicking through the guitar news and stuff the other day, and there was a pedal for sale, and this pedal could make you sound exactly like you had a Dumble. And it got me thinking, like, why do so many guitar players want to sound like other guitar players? I mean, if you look on YouTube, right, there's a million videos. How to get the Eddie Van Halen sound, how to get that brown sound. I don't like calling it the brown sound, especially not after that South Park episode. But yeah, there's 1,000 videos. How to sound like Eddie Van Halen, how to sound like Brian May, how to sound like Angus Young, how to sound like Kurt Cobain. I don't know why anybody would want to sound like Kurt Cobain, but there's videos about sounding like Kurt Cobain. And it got me thinking, why are guitar players so obsessed with sounding like other people? You know, why does everyone... Anyway, I go into it, or I go off on it in the video about guitarists wanting to sound like everybody, all the other guitarists. And I think we should, as guitar players, try to sound like ourselves. And, you know, I mean, there's all these effects, plugins, amps, guitars, pedals, everything. And we just use them to sound like other people, and I think that's dumb. So yeah, there's a video coming about that. That'll probably upset as many people as the politics video, but I think I'm actually getting past caring. Right, Rod, you saw a video of the Digitech Clapton pedal the other day. Apparently the worst pedal ever devised. I will disagree with that wholeheartedly, 100%. I had the Digitech Clapton pedal and I loved it. It didn't make me sound like Clapton. No, sorry. It just made me wildly racist. No, honestly, there's some really good settings on the Digitech Clapton. I think there's a Martin or a Taylor setting. I can't remember which it is. You know, like an acoustic simulator. It sounds absolutely brilliant, and a couple of the little overdrive sounds in there are fantastic. I would honestly say if you can see a Clapton come up on eBay and you can get it for like 50 quid, definitely worth it. Jojo Fry, I think some of us enjoy playing our favourite songs and want to sound like I think I want to make it sound like the show. Yeah, I do get that. Especially, you know, if you're just playing for yourself or you're playing a cover band, then yeah, I do totally get it. But if all guitarists, I think the problem that I was getting at is if all guitarists want to sound like guitarists who are already there, then we're not going to get anything new, are we? I think that's what I was getting at, you know, because I mean, a lot of people have said the world of guitars got stale. You know, there's not as much innovation now, and you know, if we're all trying to sound like Eddie Van Halen or Angus Young or Kurt Cobain or Richie Sambora or Paul Gilbert or whoever, we're just reproducing stuff that's been done time and time again, and we're not coming up with anything new. You know, and I think that's what I've tried to do with the music that I've Um, I think that's what I've tried to do with the music that I did recently. I was just messing around with some guitar sounds and stuff. Magnetone, and you get the Van Halen sound. I don't know. That's the other thing, Simon. I think I said it in the video as well. I mean, you could get any one of us to plug Eddie Van Halen's guitar into into Eddie Van Halen's effects pedals and into Eddie Van Halen's amp, and none of us would sound like Eddie Van Halen. I mean, you know, he's that guy. Peter Quint, that's one of the reasons I've been going on acoustic lately. Yeah, I mean, that's yeah, it is. I think I honestly think as guitar players we should be trying different stuff. We should, you know, trying different different effects, different guitars, different ways of playing. Come up with, you know, new ideas and new sounds, because that's desperately what's needed in the world of guitar. It's because everyone's playing through the same speakers. They're all Celestians. In other news, apparently Harley Benton have some competition. Search Harley Benton. Just got pitch slant. There are some great. I mean, the guitars that the guitars, the jet guitars and stuff. I mean, they're gonna cheap guitars are the way forward. I keep telling you. Adam Jones from Tool. Where does he stand as an awesome guitarist? I mean, Tool are just awesome anyway. I love Tool. Jojo has a sound that Jojo sound, and she likes it. Fandango. If you keep mentioning AI, I'm gonna. I think I can do something to the chat to block particular words. I don't know what I've just done. Yeah. I will. I'm going to sort it out so that you can't say AI, artificial intelligence anymore. Yeah, I mean, asking AI to come up with a unique sound, I don't know, because how would AI come up with that unique sound? Because it would either have to replicate that sound and then you would have to figure out how it made it, or it would say, yes, I used, you know, ChatGPT's allowed you to dial in some nice tones. I might have a look at that actually. That might be the makings of a good video, a ChatGPT tones video. I've actually found a few channels on YouTube recently because I was doing some research for the old the EQ. Really good, you know, like levels to put in for different sounds and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of playing about to be done with those. Rod, you'll have to drop me a message about that ChatGPT thing and let me know how you did it, because I'm not really very au fait with AI. I for one fear the robot uprising. Well, anyway, guys, look, I know I'm going to have to cut it a bit short because Frankie here is being a giant tool, aren't you, buddy? You are. But yeah, listen, thanks for stopping by tonight. I'm sorry I started on such a downer. The Brian Wilson thing sort of like knocked me for six of it. I'm not gonna lie. Right, if I tell it my gear, I'll be here all night. Yeah, I might have a look at that. But yeah, listen, guys, thanks for stopping by the stream tonight. I seem to be getting it sorted. It's just one of those things. But yeah, feel free to go and check out the song on SoundCloud, or check out my link tree and buy me some presents on Amazon. Cheer me up. So yeah, guys, thanks again. New videos coming out this week. Just keep an eye out for.